Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Good morning, Cats. I'm Gracie Flynn.
And I'm Maddie Marks.
It's September 27th, which means it's Club Rush Day. All sorts of clubs will be at lunch, so go make sure you check it out.
Speaking of extracurriculars, we'd like to congratulate our girls' JV and varsity tennis teams. Their wins against Valencia yesterday have placed them both in first place in our Foothill League. We wish you luck to both JV and varsity's matches in Arcadia.
We will now take it out to Mr. Crawford with a very important message for our staff and students.
Good morning, students and staff. I'm here today to talk to you about our school's lockdown procedure. The purpose of a lockdown is to have a plan in place should our school ever be faced with an unsafe situation, such as an unsafe hazard to health or a perpetrator whose goal is to harm someone on our campus. It is intended to limit access and hazards by controlling and managing staff and students in order to increase our safety. A lockdown may be called by school officials, law enforcement agencies, or other emergency responders. A lockdown may be called for a variety of reasons, including weapons, intruders, police activity in or around the school, contamination of hazardous materials, or terrorist events. The key to a successful school safety procedure for lockdown is planning, preparation, and practice. Schools must plan to be safe by reviewing its policies and procedures. Schools must be prepared by having an updated school safety plan. And finally, school districts must practice all the safety drills with staff and students, such as a lockdown and evacuation procedures. Annually, we practice our evacuation drills. This type of drill happens when the fire alarm rings and we evacuate outdoors to the backfields with our classes for our safety. But a lockdown drill is just the opposite. Lockdown drills are safety procedures designed to keep students indoors. There are different types of lockdowns. Sometimes we might go into lockdown mode when there is a concern for safety, but the school is not in immediate or imminent danger. Examples of these are impending issues with air quality due to a biohazard which is a distance away, safety concerns off-site at other far distant locations, but which might present a progressing concern for our school, and any other reason we would judge necessary to go down to a lockdown for your protection. In the previously mentioned cases, if students are already indoors in a class period, we would simply make a PA announcement to stay within your current classroom under lockdown. In these types of cases, we would direct staff and students to proceed with classroom instruction and stay locked down. But how do we lock down if we are out during lunch, tutorial, or brunch? If a lockdown needs to happen when we are out on campus during those times, we would make a PA announcement for all students to go immediately to their fourth period class. From there, you would follow all PA announcements and directions. But what if there was a case of immediate imminent danger? We would announce a lockdown and would direct all students and staff to go to the nearest open classroom or building for their safety. If students are not in imminent danger, students should sit in desks and proceed with the classroom setting. If it is communicated to you that lockdown is for immediate or imminent danger for your safety, here are the following things that you must do. Lock the door however you can, whether that's putting a chair against the door or by using a key. Close the windows and put the blinds down. Try to find a place where no one can see you. Cupboards, windowless rooms, and cubicles are all good places. If you are not in a room, get to the nearest room. For example, if you're in a computer lab or open office, go to the nearest room that can be locked. If you are in the bathroom, pull your feet up from the toilet and lock the door. Do not make any noise at all. Do not talk or make any movements. Try not to laugh, cough, or sneeze. Stay where you are until someone comes around and unlocks the door for you. Do not open the door for anyone. Law enforcement has keys to our school to unlock your room. Do not open the door no matter what anyone might say to you. Turn off cell phones. Do not phone or text. Phones need to be turned off immediately. Your phone buzzing or ringing could reveal your location to someone wanting to cause you harm. Do not text family members. A normal reaction of family members would be to try to come onto campus. But those who try to come onto campus may themselves be endangered and will be stopped by law enforcement. They may also affect law enforcement officers' ability to do their job and keep the rest of us safe. Know that in this type of emergency, the school notifies families and instructs your families where to assemble to pick you up for unification with their children. So in a lockdown, remember to turn your cell phones off immediately. Stay calm, do not make any sounds, and do not trust anyone except police, CHP, sheriff, firefighters, directives, or anyone else with school authority. You are expected to follow their orders without question, even if it may appear to increase the danger you face. For student accountability, teachers should, as the best they can, create a written list of students in their care during lockdown and submit to administration after the lockdown is concluded. Planning, preparation, and practice are all tools in keeping us safe. If we don't know what to do, that's when we become our most fearful. So, to allay some of those fears, it is now time for you to practice a full lockdown for imminent danger. Let's simulate the most extreme situation of a shooter on campus. Students, we ask you to act responsibly and seriously as we walk through these directions and with your teacher for practice. Assume you've just heard an announcement to go to full lockdown for imminent danger. Teachers, please lock your classroom doors now. Students, while your teacher does this, be aware of your surroundings. Look around the classroom. Locate doors, windows, and possible protection spaces within the classroom. A student or teacher should close any curtains or blinds and turn out the lights. Students and teachers should now get to the furthest most area in the room away from doors and even windows if possible. Students and teachers, you may now return to your desks. What you have just practiced is the most extreme situation of a lockdown scenario. By always staying alert and aware and by practicing our procedures, we will keep everyone safe at our school. Thank you for your help and cooperation today in our planning, preparing, and practicing lockdown safety procedures. Have a great and safe day. Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Crawford. Remember, cats, to go check out Club Rush Day.
That's the end of our show. Thanks for watching.
See you, cats.
Thank you for the honor of inviting me here.